Get ready with me to break up with my boyfriend because of the way he treats my ex-boyfriend. And before you guys start freaking out at me and telling me how wrong that is, just listen to the whole story. I broke up with my ex-boyfriend about a year ago. Even though I've been dating my now boyfriend, let's call him Cole, for over 6 months now, my ex-boyfriend has not gotten the hint that I don't want to be with him. Since we've broken up, my ex-boyfriend has consistently been sending me love letters and gifts to my home. And these are all different kinds of things, like flowers, chocolates, my favorite things, and it's all the time. And I don't respond at all. I never reach out. I never say anything. I'm completely no contact with him, but that has not stopped him. And I know some of y'all are like, dang, that would work on me, because we do love a man that yearns. But let me tell you, he is not doing it because he's a nice, sweet guy that cares about me. He's doing it because he's a narcissist and he just wants to control me. The whole situation has made me so incredibly uneasy. And every time another gift or letter shows up, I burst out into tears, and Cole knows how much I absolutely hate this. Before I was dating Cole, I wouldn't even open the letters. I wouldn't open the gifts. They would just go straight into the trash. But Cole has a very different opinion on this. Cole told me he feels bad for my ex-boyfriend, and he thinks it's stupid to let all the gifts go to waste. So he opens every single one and eats all the food that's sent. And also, he reads out loud every single love letter that my ex sends me. The ones that I've just been throwing away because, again, I don't want to know what those letters say. And truly, I do not know why Cole does this when he knows how uncomfortable the whole situation makes me. But as many times as I've told him to please stop and ask if we can just throw the gifts away, he won't. Oh, y'all thought that was bad enough? No, that was just background information that's leading up to the real reason I'm going to break up with my boyfriend. It was my birthday. I get home from work, open the front door, and I see that my entire apartment is all decorated. There's balloons everywhere, gifts laid out, signs, and Cole is right there in my living room. And I was kind of shocked that he did this because he's not the most romantic guy. So I was so excited that he did this for me. I immediately run in, I give him the biggest hug. I'm like, thank you so much. This is so sweet. And he's like, well, don't thank me. I didn't do it. I was like, sorry. What do you mean that you didn't do that? Who did this? I already knew the answer. I knew who the decorations were from. And so when Cole tells me, yeah, it was your ex, I was not surprised. I was like, what? Did he send all the stuff and then you set it up? No, that is not what happened. That's when Cole tells me that earlier in the day, he had been sitting watching TV when there was a knock on the door. He opened it and guess who it was? My ex right there. And he had never actually come to my apartment before. He just sent things. So this was new. And he asked Cole, hey, I have a ton of decorations. Can I come in and set them up? And you know what Cole said? He said, of course, come right in. He knew it was my ex. He knew exactly who it was. And he just said, yep, get right on in this apartment, set up the birthday decorations. At this point, I'm laughing. I think it's a joke because there's no way that Cole let my ex-boyfriend into my home. But I clearly see he's not joking. He's very serious. So immediately I feel unsafe in my own home. Did he take anything? Did he leave anything? I don't know. And why would Cole do that if he knows I'm so uncomfortable with this man? And Cole's just saying over and over that he doesn't think it's a big deal. He's like, the guy was just trying to do something nice for you. Why don't you just appreciate it? I was like, I'm sorry. Are you on his payroll? Is he paying you to date me so that you can try and get in my head? Because this is absolutely absurd. Finally, I just kick him out of my apartment. I was like, get out. I don't even want to see your face. So obviously, I've been ignoring Cole for the past few days because I don't even know what to say to him. And he just keeps sending me texts that he's sorry, but he also thinks that I'm overreacting. So I actually think I'm underreacting. But he has been begging to talk. So now I need to go over to his place and dump him because what else am I supposed to do? What other option is there? I'm not even putting on waterproof mascara because there's no way I'm going to end up crying breaking up with this man. Good riddance. I already know he's gonna tell me how blindsided he was by this breakup and how he can't believe I'm breaking up with him over something as trivial as this. That is exactly what he's gonna say. Ridiculous. At this point, I wouldn't even put it past him to invite my ex to witness this breakup firsthand. Anyways, wish me luck because I'm gonna need it.
Am I wrong? For reference, I moved in with these girls. I met them through Facebook a year ago, and I've been living with them for the past year. One of the girls, I absolutely adore her. She's never been any kind of issue. Love her. One of the girls, I share a bathroom with her, and you already know, depending on who it is, that's already a risk. I share a bathroom with her, and she's already been rubbing me the wrong way this whole time because, one, it started off, I brought home a 4-pack of toilet paper one day, okay? This was the first time I, like, raised an eyebrow at her. So I brought home a 4-pack of toilet paper on Friday. And then on Tuesday, I had my friend over. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Tuesday, I had my friend over. My friend goes to use the bathroom, and she goes, hey, do you guys have any toilet paper? And oh, sorry, like, I'm getting more today. Like, I used it all. So I'm thinking, I didn't say anything to her at this time. I'm thinking, like, this bitch went through a whole fucking 4 rolls of toilet paper by herself in 4 days. So ever since then, I've given her the nickname TP Monster. So that's what we're gonna call her. TP Monster was desperate to move the place that we're in because we don't have rooms. Like, we don't have doors. We have our own rooms, but it's, like, sectioned off by a curtain. Like, I live in, like, a loft, so I have a spiral staircase, no door, and a big, like, indoor balcony type thing. She lives in the downstairs floor, same type of thing. So we don't have rooms or anything. We're paying a pretty good amount, but she didn't want to live there anymore. Like, they weren't, like, happy living there, but it was her. She was desperate to get the fuck out of this apartment. I only have to be at this new place for 10 weeks, but my lease ends this month. So that's why I agreed. So that's why I really didn't need to move. I could have renewed my lease here and just had someone take over my lease. But I didn't want to abandon the girls. So I said, yeah, of course, I'll move with y'all. We'll just have someone take over my lease at the new place once I have to leave. Because I'm on my last quarter here. They still have a year to go. So I'm on my last quarter. I still move with them even though I don't need to because, like I said, like, it's whatever. I know it would help them out a lot for me to move with them, and why not? I would also like a door, you know? So I wasn't mad at it. So it was also like I did want to. TP Monster's dad is paying $350 less than we are at this point. So TP Monster's dad is paying for her whole rent, her whole car, everything. Her friend, the other roommate, I'll call the other roommate Janice. TP Monster wants to pay the lease, and I ended up getting the shit end of the stick and paying the most in the house, okay? I got stuck with the master bedroom, which I made it very clear from the beginning I didn't want that. I didn't care for that because I'm only going to be there for 10 weeks. I was fine with whatever small-ass fucking room I was stuck in. No, I ended up having to pay the master bedroom because none of the other roommates can afford it. That's totally fine, okay? But what sends me is TP Monster wants to pay the least, and she wants the other girl to have the smaller room. So TP Monster wants the hardwood floors, and she wants the bigger room. Like, what the fuck? Bro, so we're heated at her because everybody else has to go up in rent now. Everybody else, the other 2 girls and me, I decide, okay, I'll go up another $100. The other girl goes up another $80. The other girl goes up another $80. TP Monster is the only one still paying the low price of $1,200, okay? And she's not paying anything. Keep that in mind. She's not paying anything. It's her father. All the other girls are paying out of pocket. I'm paying out of pocket some of my own money. TP Monster is the only one who doesn't want to fork over a single penny. Because we came to the conclusion, okay, we can do this if we all just up $30 more. TP Monster is the only one not willing to spend a single penny of her own money. She's only willing to pay what her dad's paying. She has a job. She drinks Starbucks every single fucking day. She shops at Whole Foods every single night. I don't give a fuck what you do with your money, but don't be coming around penny pinching when it's fucking everybody else over at this point. You know what I mean? Everybody else, my other roommate, Janice, is out here taking out loans and shit to be able to afford this. TP Monster doesn't have to pay shit. TP Monster doesn't have student loans, anything. TP Monster has her dad paying for everything, and she isn't willing to fork over $30 extra a month of her own money. So in total, she'd only be paying $30 a month. She'd have to pay $30 a month herself. But what we're gonna do is we're just gonna fucking tell her she's not getting the bigger room. Like, you want to pay the lease, you're getting the smaller room. She's so fucking cheap with the toilet paper. She'll ask me to bring toilet paper even though I haven't been at the house for a month straight. There was a time I wasn't home for 1 month because I went back home. And she has the audacity to be like, hey girl, when you come, can you bring toilet paper? What? And then she hides paper towels in her own room. Me and the other girl and I were bringing paper towels for the whole house and we'd leave them out. She was hiding paper towels in her room. and not sharing it with the house. It's little things like that. I don't mind that, but it's like, don't pretend you're not being cheap. Like, you know, I know you can afford. It's a completely different story if you can't afford this. If you're listening to this and you think $1,200 a month is a lot, you can't afford that, then this story does not relate to you. This isn't something you're relating on. Issue though is that she wants to pay the least out of everybody in the house and have the bigger room. Like, what? Mind, I'm in the master, okay? I'm in the master, so just the bigger room out of the other ones. Do you think we're wrong? Because we're just gonna tell her she doesn't have the bigger room. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, it's just the fact that we all kind of up and, like, started this move because of her. And for me, it's the simple fact that, like, I didn't need to move, and I did move because I didn't want, like, I wanted to help them out. And it's like, ultimately, I was still getting a benefit out of this because I was gonna be paying less and I'd have a door. And at the end of the day, she's the only one paying less now. I'm paying more than I originally was, which I'm fine with. I have a door, I have a private bathroom. I don't care. I don't mind paying more. I understand not everybody's that fortunate. The issue is she is. Okay, she is. She has a job on top of her parents paying her bills. That's all. That's already in a better position than like 80% of college students right now. 90% even, almost. The whole other issue is that these girls are friends. They're close friends. They're like best friends. I'm not friends with them, okay? I'm kind of the one who's not in the house often. I'm the oldest. Only by like a few months or like a year. Don't take it like that. But I don't hang out with them. I don't have any loyalty to them, and I still was being loyal to them. This girl is friends with the girl she's fucking over. Not even fucking over, but like stressing out just over $30. Like, she's stressing her friends out over just $30. So that's the whole thing. Cause she texted me, like, cause I told her, like, she's being cheap and a bad friend to her friends. Like, I told her, like, you know, I don't see you as a friend, but you see these girls as friends, and this is how you're treating them over this shit, over this room, over the hardwood floor. And she told me, it's like, it's hurtful to be called cheap and a bad friend. I said, girl, I've been knowing you're cheap. I've been knowing you're cheap with the toilet paper shit, the fucking hiding paper towel shit, and dude, way more. I'm not about to go on a whole list about how cheap this bitch is. I told her, I knew you were cheap. What's surprising is how bad of a friend you are. Like, that's what has me shook. So please, tell me if I'm wrong. Please tell me if I'm wrong. Like, mind you, I'm also just, like, extra heated because, like, I did this to try to help somebody else out, and I ended up getting the shit end of the stick when I'm the one who gave a fuck least about this situation. Yes, I don't give a fuck about this move. I don't care. I'm only going to be here for 8 weeks now because 2 weeks have already gone by. So it's like, I'm paying the most, I'm picking up the keys, I'm fronting these girls thousands of dollars because they don't have their money in order. Like, well, it's not their fault. Like, Zelle wasn't letting them. Anyway, whatever. I'm fronting these girls thousands of dollars. I'm fucking going and picking up the keys. I'm fucking doing this, and that. I'm raising my rent up because the other bitch wants to be cheap as fuck. I'm fucking paying more than I was paying, even though I made it clear from the very beginning, I don't want to be doing that. Like, there's no point in me moving for a few weeks, pay more for a few weeks, just to fucking up and leave, worry about getting my lease covered, this and that, whatever.
Influencers Melanie Wilking and Miranda Derrick, once Miranda Wilking, are two sisters that love to dance, love to create content, and the two of them started a joint TikTok account under the name The Wilking Sisters years ago. Miranda is the older sister, Melanie is the younger one, and they grew up in Michigan. Both of them have been active dancers for years. Miranda even once appeared on the show So You Think You Can Dance, but TikTok was where they really blew up. They grew their page to millions of followers. They did synchronized dance videos, often filmed together in matching outfits, and they were picking up millions of views that eventually made them recognizable names on the platform. The sisters both ended up moving to LA. They were doing well for themselves, making social media content creator friends doing videos with them, and in comes 7M into the picture. 7M is a talent management / influencer agency based in Los Angeles. It was founded in 2021 by Robert Shin, who is a pastor, along with other family members, and the company primarily works with social media creators, specifically TikTok dancers, helping with branding, content production, marketing, and securing deals. 7M also had a creator house house based in LA where creators would often go to create content. And in early 2021, Miranda met B Dash, whose name is James Derrick, who is a fellow dancer signed with 7M Films. Miranda starts dating B Dash, and then she's really swooped in and introduced to that entire world. Sooner than later, she gets involved with 7M and is invited to sign with them to join and be managed by their agency, and she does sign with them. Melanie, her younger sister, was also invited to 7M, and in the beginning she did like it, but then she saw red flags that did not align with her thoughts and beliefs, so she decided that it wasn't for her, and she did not join. She specifically thought that they were really weirdly demanding of her time, and she didn't like that, so she left, but Miranda stayed. Now, 7M Films is tied very, very closely with the Shekinah Church, which is the church that Robert Shin leads. The name comes from the 7 Mount prophecies that the church stands for, which are entertainment, education, family, religion, media, business, and government. And the line between 7M, the company, and the church and how closely intertwined they are is a blurry line, but we will get to that. But again, Robert Shin is the founder of the Shekinah Church, but also the CEO of 7M Films. Throughout the spring/summer of 2021, when Miranda joined 7M, her family starts noticing a pretty significant shift in her behavior. She stopped filming videos with her sister, drifted away from even talking to her on the regular, and that turned into her becoming distant and limiting communication with her family. She all of a sudden became really hard to reach and more guarded about her personal life. And instead, it felt like she was putting all of her effort and attention into 7M and spending time with other influencers/creators. Right off the bat, Miranda's sister Melanie, along with their parents, were unsure about 7M, but I think the real first red flag came in January of 2021 when Miranda canceled on going to her grandfather's funeral last minute, telling her family that she wouldn't be able to go for reasons that she could not explain. And that was really unsettling, and it was also the start of Miranda showing signs that her family was no longer a priority. Around this time as well, she starts shifting her professional work on social media towards 7M's management style, so she changes her look and even the style of her videos. Then a couple of days after missing the funeral, her parents end up flying to California to talk to her, and Miranda the entire time seems extremely disconnected towards them. According to her family, after that visit, she completely cut off contact with them. She moved without telling her family where she moved to. She changed her phone number, and that was the last time that her parents saw her for a while. And then in September of 2021, she marries her boyfriend B Dash without telling her family members. Her family later says that they were not invited, they did not know about it, and only found out after the fact, which was a huge turning point. Because making that big of a life decision without telling her family members was so out of character for her. Her going no contact with her family members continues progressively for an entire year until their communication dwindles down to absolutely nothing. And by February of 2022, her family had grown so concerned about how much 7M had changed Miranda that they turned to social media. Melanie and her parents turned to Instagram, pleading for contact with Miranda, and this is really when the story became public and fans of the Wilking sisters realized that 1, they were no longer together, that they had not spoken, and that 2, Melanie and her parents had reason to believe that Miranda was being controlled by 7M. They said flat out that they thought that 7M and the Shekinah Church forced Miranda to cut off contact with them, saying that she blocked them on absolutely everything. They talk about how she missed the grandpa's funeral, how she had her grandma blocked on social media, and they say that every time she came up with an excuse as to why she couldn't talk to them or see them earlier on when they had been speaking, she would make weird comments and excuses that made it sound like she did not have control over her actions. Almost as if she needed to get permission from someone to be able to do what she wanted to do. And when they would ask her further about it, she would just say things like, "You won't understand, you won't get it, I can't explain it to you." And they say that that kind of behavior started when she got involved with 7M, which her family refers to in the video as a religious group. And in that video, by the way, it's very, very clear that their intentions in making the video is not to say anything negative about Miranda at all. It's very clearly, we love Miranda, we care about her so much, we're so worried about her, we miss her, and we need help because she is under someone or something's control and something is not right. Because the way that she was acting could not be further away from the person that she is, or I guess maybe the person that she was. When this comes out, both Miranda and her husband James both go online to try and shut it down, saying that they are not underneath anyone's control, that they are the only people responsible for making their own decisions, and that they are fine, that 7M is fine and normal and purely professional. Miranda also stated on social media that joining 7M was something that was good for her, something that she wanted to do, and she described being a part of it as going through some sort of spiritual awakening. Around this time, people on the internet begin to speculate about how 7M Films and the Shekinah Church are so closely tied together because Robert Shin is pretty much the founder of both. And members from the church start coming out and saying that the 7 mandates that Robert teaches at the church, entertainment, education, family, religion, media, business, and government, are also enforced within 7M Films. And they say that 7M is a very, very religious group that follows the same ideas and beliefs that are preached at the church. Those allegations are later shut down by Robert, 7M Films, and the church, all claiming that rumors were just rumors and that people were wrong about all of their assumptions online. But when the Wilkings family's video on social media obviously went viral, other family members from dancers who were also involved in 7M start coming out saying, whoa, this happened to us too. Our friend or daughter or son also joined 7M and they have also completely stopped talking to us too. One of those people was a really close friend of James B. Miranda's husband. She went online to talk about her relationship with James, saying that she once considered him to be like her brother. And then she talks about how once he joined 7M, he became a completely different person, one that she really didn't even recognize anymore, and one that sounded almost robotic when she spoke to him. And this, as you can imagine, only made the public even more suspicious of 7M, because what was really going on behind closed doors that was making all these people act like completely different people all of a sudden and start cutting off everyone from their lives. Miranda's family did make an effort to contact authorities about their concerns, but because this group is a religious group and is associated with a church, there really wasn't much that law enforcement could do, because in the state of California, churches are very protected. Add to that the fact that they weren't able to provide any solid proof of what they suspected what was happening, and the fact that Miranda was well over 18 years old and very much a legal adult. There was really nothing they could do. And if you've heard about this case before, you also probably know about the Netflix docu-series called Dancing for the Devil, the 7M TikTok cult. That was released in 2024. So Miranda's family speaking out about this online for the first time was early in 2022, and the documentary came out in 2024. The documentary coming out, of course, brought renewed attention to the controversy surrounding Robert Shin and his organization, but in the end of that documentary, it does sound like Miranda is in contact with her family members again. It sounds like she's seeing them every once in a while, attempting to fix their relationship, to quote, fix what was once broken, in Miranda's words. Which may be true, although Melanie, her younger sister, has always said that things have never ever gone back to being even remotely close to how they once were. I think the general feeling of it was that Miranda did start seeing her family members again at times, but on purpose, just to kind of keep the public happy, to get the public to stop asking questions about what really was going on. As time went on and things kept going the same way, Miranda kept posting several different videos shutting down the allegations that she referred to as lies, saying that she is an adult and she is the only person responsible for making any and all of her decisions. She also at one point mentions that the people that were putting out this fake narrative about her and about her life, likely referring to her own family members, were only doing that to make money off of her. So let's talk about Robert Shin, the church, and 7M. A lawyer for 7M released a statement on behalf of the company addressing all of this. That read, quote, Miranda Derrick is a successful businesswoman and a loving wife and daughter who cares very much about her family. It is pathetic and how do you say this word? It is pathetic and contemptible to try to turn her private family matters into a tawdry public scandal for clicks and clout, end quote. But again, it just feels like that was their attempt to try and stop something before it got too big. So the church was established in 1994. It began as a Christian congregation and later expanded its reach through 7M Films, which was founded in 2021. And honestly, we don't really know much about Robert Shin other than the fact that it seems like he lives a very lavish, luxurious lifestyle in California, and the fact that he was once a medical doctor that practiced medicine for 7 years before claiming that God spoke to him and led him to leave medicine behind and to go into ministry full time. We also do know that in 2009, a woman named Lydia Chung filed a lawsuit against him, the church, and his organizations, claiming fraud and other labor law violations. She claimed that Robert Shin had used, quote, influence, mind control, coercive persuasion, oppression, and other intimidating tactics, end quote, to get her to hand over $3.8 million in property, other assets, and all of that supposedly in the name of God. She also alleged that she was forced to work 6 days a week without pay, but that case didn't end up going her way. After a bench trial, the judge ruled in favor of Robert Shin in every claim, completely shutting down her allegations. But that says a lot in my opinion, because it shows that this entire 7M dance situation is not the first time in which Robert's intentions have been questioned. That leads us to another important lawsuit that happened in 2022. A former dancer represented by 7M sued Robert and 7M, claiming that Robert tried to completely take control over everything in his life, down to his day-to-day actions, the things that he posted on social media, his finances, and even some decisions in relation to his health. And then in 2023, following Miranda's story coming out, following people starting to talk about this even more on social media, and a lot of people joining the conversation, a group of former dancers represented by 7M Films filed a civil lawsuit alleging that Robert Shin does operate a cult-like environment involving brainwashing and financial exploitation, and some dancers even mentioned SA, happening from from Robert towards some of the dancers. That civil lawsuit claimed that Robert uses 7M to attract influencers and creators, then he makes them join the church, and then he takes control over everything in their lives to take advantage of them financially. And again, this is all alleged. We don't know anything for sure, and these allegations have been denied by Robert and his organizations, who have always said and continue to say that the claims are unfounded and a part of a smear campaign. But the case is supposed to go to trial in 2025, but the latest update I could find said that the case was supposed to go to trial in July, even though I literally don't see anything online about a trial. But what I did read about was what happened in July of 2025. Federal and local law enforcement agencies, including the FBI and IRS, conducted a raid on a property associated with Robert Shin in California. At that raid, at least 6 people were seen detained with handcuffs, but police did not immediately say whether anyone was arrested during the service of this warrant or not. That operation, the raid, was part of an investigation into allegations of money laundering, tax evasion, and other financial crimes linked to Robert Shin and his businesses. As of now, from what I could find, no criminal charges have been filed against Robert Shin, and he is denied doing any wrongdoing. The investigation remains ongoing, and an investigative reporter said that everything coming out about Robert is, quote, just the tip of the iceberg, end quote. People have also very recently noticed that it looks like all social media accounts from Miranda, James, and other 7M dancers have been wiped off the internet, which does make sense because this is an ongoing investigation. But I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But I really feel in my gut that there is so much more about this that we do not know. And I'm honestly, frankly, quite scared to figure out what comes out.
On worst day ever, me text man is nice, man is kind, man send money. Me think, yay, me find good man not good man say him take me on date, me excited for a date, me say yes date, so man come pick me up, me get in car, me and man talking, man ask me about, me tell him about X little bit, man ask what me do to provoke man, me think, the fuck, me let it slide, but me weary. Me and man get to restaurant, man say him want to eat in car. Me think, man want to eat in car. Me say, okay, me not want to be seen in public with you anyways. So me and man go inside, me tell man order food, we take food to go. Get in car, we open food, me say, oh no, me order wrong. Me want boneless, not bone in. Me don't eat chicken on bone. Him look at me, him disgusted at me. Him say, me told him order wrong. Me say, me not told you order wrong. Me know me order. Him say, me got order wrong. Him say, him not take food inside to get fixed. Me say, you not take food inside to get fixed? Him say, no. Me say, okay. Whatever. Me try eat wing. Me eat wing. Me try eat wing. Me having hard time. Me getting grossed out. I don't like meat on the bone. I don't like the color of it, the texture. Okay. Man look at me disgusted. Man say, you have waste of teeth. Me think, me have waste of teeth. Me not have waste of teeth. Me have good teeth. Me flabbergasted. Man say, me have waste of teeth on date? Man is not kind. Man is rude. Me get irritated. Me close food box. Me put it down. Me just say, me want to go home. Me say, me have to go pee. Me ask man take me front door, so me go inside, go pee. Man say, he not take me front door. Me say, why you not take me front door? Me go pee. Man say, him not take me go pee. Man say, me walk. Me decide, okay. Get out. Me walk. Me go pee. Me come back. Me get in car. Me slam door. Me not care. Me say, you take me home now. Him say, you not eat. Me say, me not care. Me want to go home now. And say, me have issues. Man say, me have issues because me laugh at everything. Me say, me sorry me have joy in heart. Me sorry you have no joy in heart. Man say, okay. Man start take me home and get to me house. Me get out fast. Me not even say bye. Me not care. Me think me never see man again. Me not care. Me never want see man again. Me get out. Me slam door on way out. Me get in me car. Me see man text me. Man say come back. Me want kiss you. Me say, you never kiss me. You never, ever kiss me. Man say, why? Me say, you is rude. You is not nice. Me not like you. You is not funny. You is not kind. Me say, me never kiss you. Man mad. Man start follow me in car. Me think, oh, me text again. Me want kiss. Me text back. Stop follow me. Me not kiss you. Me not like you. I take hit. Man think me playing. Me not playing. Me not playing. Me still see him follow me. Me say, enough, enough. Me call man. Me cuss man out. Me not care. Me think man needs to stop following me. Say, fine. Man stop follow me. Me relieved. Me thankful. Me start think man psycho. But me not care because me more psycho. Man finally leave. Then man go home. Man make posts about me on Facebook. Me think, man is so pussy. Man is so scared. Man is so ill. Me not like man. Me block man on everything. Me never talk to man again. Me never give man chance ever again.